Before we launch into this mission, drop a quick hi in the comments. It may sound small, but it actually helps this story reach more sci-fi warriors like you. I read every single one. Let me know you're here. Let's see how far humanity can go together. Chapter 1. Declaration of Fire. We don't start wars, but we finish them, and today we end an empire. The sky over Earth is burning. Again. I grip the command rail inside the Asimov's Wrath, Earth's last dreadnought class. Warship. Hull creaking, atmosphere blazing, and every orbital sensor screaming the same thing. The Galactic Empire is coming. Not for negotiation, not for surrender, but for punishment. This is what it cost to say, "You are no longer welcome in Terran space." And we said it loud. Voiceover, Elena Ramirez. They took Mars, burned Titan, genetically sterilized half of New Africa just to prove a point. No trials, no diplomats, just orbit-to-surface kinetic rods and population management protocols. Not anymore. I turned to Lieutenant Niara, my second-in-command, half Venusian, half Earthborn, and all steel. She's watching the data streams with clenched teeth. Niara, 58 ships, mainline Empire fleet, no diplomats aboard, just warforms and death. Signatures, me, good, saves us the trouble. The declaration went out 36 hours ago. The Galactic Empire is hereby banned from all Terran space. Violators will be treated as hostile combatants. We thought they'd test us. We didn't think they'd come with their extermination fleet. That's on me. Elena, every great mistake starts with underestimating how much they hate us. Not for what we've done, but for what we are. I slam my hand on the intercom. Me, shipwide. This is Commander Elena Ramirez of Earth's Final Armada. We hold the line here. This is not a drill. This is not a simulation. You are Terran, and today you fight for the right to remain human. Battle. Symphony fades in, thrusters kick, cannons lock. The Asimov's Wrath turns slowly to face the incoming enemy. They glide in perfect geometric formations, clean, white, silent. Empire warcraft don't bark. They whisper before they strike. Then the first shot lands, silent light across the void, and the outer ring of our formation disintegrates into glass. I see the celestial spear go dark. I trained with her captain, Eleanor. Her name was Lamara. She had a baby boy born during the Europa blockade. She named him Titan. They never even met, but I can't grieve. Not now. Me. Focus fire on the enemy vanguard. Disrupt their lattice. Force them to spread. We launch, wave after wave. Missiles. Kinetic rods, plasma bolts, but they're reading our attack patterns. Adapting mid-strike, they always do. That's why I hid something from everyone, Niara included. Plan Mjolnir, a deep-core quantum charge built in secret, masked from orbital scans. It's not a weapon, it's a message. Eleanor, if they want to test our resolve, let them dig our bones from the core of this planet and read it in the carbon. Me to Niara. Get me eyes on Vector 19. Confirm package status. She turns, slow, knows what I'm asking. Niara, you detonate that. The planet fractures. Me, I know. A pause. Her throat works once, then she nods. There it is, Terran loyalty, the kind they'll never understand. I turn back to the display. The Empire is breaking formation. They've detected the energy buildup. They're hesitating. Elena, they never expected defiance, never expected Earth to say no more. They came to burn us alive, but now they're wondering if we'll take them with us. And we might, because survival is not our highest law. Dignity is, just then, signal breach, a voice, alien, distorted but speaking clear English. Empire Warlord. Transmission, Commander Ramirez. You will not survive what comes next. Surrender the planet or watch it suffer extinction again. I lean in, calm, cold. Me, broadcasting. Earth does not negotiate with trespassers. You are banned from Terran space. Turn around or be buried in it. Cut to Black Earth's last stand is live. The Empire's fleet is hesitating, but they've just called in a second wave from outside the system. Unknown jump signatures are entering Terran space. Chapter 2. The Ghost Fleet. They thought it was a bluff, that no species would burn its own sky just to make a point. But now they hesitate. Out there, past Mars orbit, the Empire's main fleet has stalled. Their perfect diamond formation, fractured, not by force, by fear. The kind they've never felt before because someone told them Earth means it, but fear won't stop them. Not for long. And that second wave, it's not coming. It's here. New signals flood the board, no transponders, no IFF, just silent mass blooming across our sensors. 8 dread carriers painted in deep spectral black, moving without propulsion signatures. They don't fly, they glide like ghosts. Nobody recognizes the tech, not even the Empire. And that's what makes it worse. We all thought this would be Earth's last war. Turns out it might just be the prologue. Nyara stiffens beside me, eyes locked on the main screen. They're not responding. No hails, not even a scan ping. One of the black ships breaks formation, heads straight for us. I feel it in my teeth before I see it, like pressure in the bones, like being watched from inside. The bridge goes silent. The fleet commander of the Empire opens a new channel, first time they've spoken since the threat. But this time, their voice is tight, clipped, different. This is High Strategos Arvel of the Galactic Empire. We request joint tactical analysis. There is an unknown force present. Joint analysis from an empire that vaporized half of South America. I almost laugh, but this isn't about pride anymore. This is something else, so I respond. This is Commander Ramirez of Earth. We see them too. You bring them here? No, Arvel replies. They followed you. Of course they did, because when you set fire to the galaxy's rules, something comes to see who lit the match. I zoom in on the lead ship. No insignias, no visible ports. Just dark metal and a single red ring pulsing on its hull like a heartbeat. Slow, constant. We send a drone to scan it. The feed cuts out. No explosion. No EMP, just gone. Nyara breathes the word before I can. Void tech. Humanity's most terrifying theory. A ship not bound by light, or matter, or rules. No one's ever built one, or survived one, until now. One of the dread carriers turns, edges toward the Empire's side of the field. Not fast, just deliberate, calculated. A single rail burst lances toward it. One of the Empire's forward frigates. A warning shot. The black ship doesn't dodge. It absorbs. The round never lands. It just stops. Mid-flight. Held in space like a frozen thought. Then the dread carrier responds. Not with missiles, not with beams. With silence. A pulse flares from its red ring. No light, no sound, but half the enemy fleet stops moving. Systems online, power stable, but no one's piloting them anymore. Bodies still strapped in place, eyes open, just gone. They didn't die, they were taken. Nyara whispers it like a prayer. We woke something up. Not just with our defiance, but with that broadcast, Earth declares. We didn't just push back, we screamed into the dark, and something screamed back. The dread carriers drift again, now facing Earth. That pulsing red ring, growing brighter. They came to watch the end of an empire. Now they want to see if we're next. I issue the order, silent, through command link only. Mjolnir prep, phase 2. Full system charge. No one needs to know yet, not even Nyara. Because if these things come down, we'll show them how humanity really ends. Not in chains, but in fire. The mysterious ghost fleet has arrived. Empire and Earth are forced into an uneasy, silent standstill. Elena has activated Mjolnir Phase 2, but she's hiding it from her own crew. The question hangs heavy. Did we declare war on something worse than the Empire? Chapter 3. We Who Remain. There's a kind of quiet only war can make. Right after the screaming stops. Right before something worse begins. That's where we are now. Empire ships, dead in the void, filled with bodies that no longer answer. Terran fleet, battered, drifting, watching. Ghost fleet, waiting, no demands, no warnings, just presence. They didn't come to conquer, they came to judge, and I don't think we passed. Mjolnir Phase 2 is almost ready. Quantum destabilizer armed, locked in Earth's mantle, rigged to shatter half the planet's crust and blind every sensor in this sector for 1,000 years. Nyara still doesn't know. She watches me from the comm station. She's not speaking, not moving, just watching, and I know that she knows. You plan to use it, don't you? Not a question, a verdict. I stare out at the red pulsing rings of the lead dread carrier. I plan to make them choose us or nothing. Her voice shakes, but only just. We're not gods, Eleanor. No, but we're what they made instead. The bridge lights flicker, a new signal directly into my neural link. Not Empire, not Terran, the ghost fleet, but it's not words, it's memory, 1,000 fractured images, scorched planets, ash where oceans used to be, species kneeling in surrender and vanishing anyway. They don't conquer, they erase. Civilizations that fought too hard, loved too hard, believed too much in their own specialness. The message is clear. You screamed into the dark, and the dark heard you. A whisper follows. Prove you're different. Nyara steps closer. They're giving us a test. I nod. They always have. And now the decision isn't just mine. I broadcast one last message, open channel, all surviving Terran ships, all Empire craft that still have ears. We're about to be erased. All of us. Unless we prove humanity is worth something more than teeth and rage. I pause. Let the silence breathe. Empire, you called us savages. Now you're standing beside us in the dark. Maybe, for once, we prove we can be more. Nyara watches. Me, she's crying now quietly. So am I, because we both know what I have to do. I enter the override code for Mjolnir. Then I enter a second one no one else has. The failsafe, the tether that links Mjolnir's detonation trigger to my biosignature. It can't be fired from orbit anymore. Now it requires a hand, mine. I pull the command pistol from my belt. Nyara steps forward. No, but she stops, doesn't argue, because she knows, just like I do, this is the cost, this is the price. We sent a message to the galaxy. You are not welcome in Terran space. Now I'll send one more. We don't fear the end. We define it. I step into the drop pod. The ghost fleet doesn't stop me, doesn't interfere. They're watching me. I feel it as the pod burns through the atmosphere straight toward Mjolnir's core. Heat crushing, metal groaning, heart pounding like war drums. I wonder if they'll understand. I wonder if they want to. The trigger waits. I place my hand on it. I think of my son. I think of Lamara, of Titan, of the girl who died on Europa just to buy us 12 more. Seconds, and I smile, because even if this ends here, we stood, we made the stars listen, and if they kill us all tomorrow, they'll never forget our name. Cut to black. Elena prepares to sacrifice herself to activate Mjolnir. The ghost fleet gives no answer, just waits. The fate of humanity now hinges on what message is louder, Elena's sacrifice or our silence. Humanity stood on the edge today, but the war's not over. If this story hit you, hit like, comment, Humanity FK yeah, and make sure you're subscribed. Because what's coming next, you won't want to face it alone. Until then, remember, we endure.